Hey, this is John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're taking a first look at the brand new PXO Overdrive by Rockett. Before I tell you about this very cool new pedal, take a second to subscribe below. We'll keep you up to date on all the great new gear that's out there. So let me tell you about how we're recording. This is my 2019 Les Paul. Later on, I'll try my old 69 Thinline Tele so you can hear with some single coils. But I've got on the ground, I've got a Keeley Nobles, and then I'm running straight into this, which is being powered with a one spot. And it's going into my 1970 Fender Super and mic'd with a Area 51 mic and going out to Pro Tools. So that's how we're doing it. So the story that I've heard on this bit of gear is that Phil X, who's just an amazing guitar player, he was looking for something when you're on backline gear to pull up your sound no matter where you are, no matter what kind of amp you have. And he collaborated with Rockett to come up with this. And I gotta tell you, man, it is a killer sounding pedal. It's two pedals in one. Let's start with the boost. Over here you have its own on-off. You've got level and you've got tilt. Now tilt essentially determines kind of the character of the boost. If you go clockwise, little more treble, less bass. Go counterclockwise, more bass, less treble. I like it kind of back there a little bit, but you can season to taste. So here's just the guitar straight into the amp. Nothing wrong with that, but now, I realize it's pretty subtle, but man, to me, it just wakes it up. Give it a little bit more and run this thing flat up. And it gets way up there if you notice. Now at that point, I'm probably overdriving the recorder, so I'll keep it away from that. But you have tons of gain or tons of volume if you need it. Okay, so that is our boost. Now let's talk about the overdrive. Across the front, you got volume, treble, bass, and gain. As you can see, coming in, I had that gain pumping pretty good, but let's bring it back to a more subtle version right there. See what you get. Here's our bass tone. Here's the drive and gauge. Just a nice rock and roll sound. Now if I bring that back a little bit, Can be a little more subtle. What I really love about that, doesn't change the character of my amp at all, flat like that. It's really a true representative of the representation of this old 70 Super, but with a little bit of heat to it. Because right now I'm only running it like 2.5, but get a little bit of breakup. So I love that. Very, very natural. Now put a little bit of treble on there. And then, of course, boost it about halfway, bring that treble back a little bit. Great, man, love it. Now let me try boosting up that bass a little bit. Man. Okay, going with that, let me bring up the treble and the gain a little bit, see what we get. I think this is going to be pretty dirty. Love about that, as dirty as this is, and it is filthy, there's still real clarity. I mean, you can really, you hear the notes. I got the verb up a little bit, muddies it a little bit, but I think you can really hear every note sing, and that's filthy. Let's go even filthier. Why not, shall we? God, that is just so kind of natural and ampy. I love it. Okay, so let's try it with the boost. See what that does. And bring us back a little bit. Wow. Very cool. So when they're both engaged, pretty awesome. But wait, there's more. When we flip that switch, in the standard order, it's boost first into overdrive. But when we switch it the other way, it's the drive into the boost. It's this cascading effect. And it's going to sound different. Okay, just a little taste that. Other way. could do this all day. I'd go make a sandwich, eat it. Okay, so this direction with the drive going, cascading into that, into the boost, it gets this kind of compression that I really like. Some people aren't big on compression, but man, I think that's a really, for those long sustaining legato things, so cool. For slide, be ideal. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and try it on some single coil, see what that does. Okay, so now we're in Teletown. Here's what it sounds like with nothing. Nothing wrong with that, but man, I think that sounds great. Really put her up there a little bit. Let me bring that boost down that way. Bring the tilt the other way. Great. Okay, now let's get where it really gets interesting, in this drive land. Man, I love that. And then if we really want to go crazy, and I think we do, let's go ahead and boost that thing way up. Whoa, wait, there's more. Let's hit the magic switch. Whoa! That is like the most aggressive teletone I've ever had. And usually this old 69 kind of feeds back pretty easy, but amazingly this is punishingly loud, and it's not. So I don't know what kind of crazy mojo J-Rockett's got going on, but man, this ticks all the boxes. So Phil, hey man, I love your playing and I love your new pedal. Congrats. J-Rockett, you totally nailed on this one. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com or have the magazine sent to your house. Read it right there. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media, all that stuff, and we'll keep you up to date on all the cool new gear that's out there. It's John Bohlinger. Till next time.